You know, next to food, the most important thing a restaurant needs to be successful is a simple name. How about a single name with just 4 letters? Betsy McDaniel talks with the folks bringing us Jane.
We are here at Shelter Cove Town Center at one of their newest eateries, Jane Bar and Bistro, and I'm joined by Nancy Huber, the owner. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Betsy. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. Tell us a little bit about Jane and the concept behind it.
Absolutely. Many people know us already because we have a restaurant over in Beaufort called Wren. We've been there for about 9 years now. And I think if you've been there, you are very comfortable here. We are a family business. Jane is actually an acronym for my mom, my daughter Annie, who is executive chef and owner, me, and her daughter, Annie's daughter, Elizabeth Jane. So we want people to be comfortable, we want people to have great food, and enjoy their company.
That's never a bad thing.
No,
So are you open 7 days a week now, or what are your hours?
We're open 7 days a week. We open for lunch at 11. We close from 3 to 5 to prepare for dinner, although down the road we will probably have what we call the in-between menu. But right now, as we're trying to get everything up and running the way we want it to, we'll take that little break. And then we open for dinner at 5. And technically, there's no closing time. Usually we close down somewhere around 10 o'clock or so.
Well, you told me a little bit before we got started about the history of Annie getting in the kitchen. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, it actually started when she was about 12 years old. I'm one of those traditional moms who wants to have dinner with the family every night. Only I had a full-time career, and so I would get home and then start dinner, and so we would be eating dinner at 8 o'clock or so. And Annie was about 12, and she started fixing dinner for the family, and I'd come home to these feasts, and one thing led to the next. And even though she's an art history major by choice, her passion is food and always has been. And Annie and I moved down to Beaufort 12 years ago and bought a little wine and gourmet deli, which morphed into a restaurant against all odds. And then 9 years ago, we opened up Wren, which is 3,000 square feet. And one of the things that's been so fascinating over there, we have, again, a great customer base. We would love to expand, but quite frankly, we're landlocked. There's no place that we could go. So we've always wanted to do outside dining, and here we have a beautiful porch outside that seats about 50 people. And we have the ability here, the kitchen here is 3 times as big as Wren. So again, just more capacity and more ability to serve more customers. So we are all about family. It's how we started. My second husband and I had 7 kids between us, and now there are 19 grandchildren, which sounds silly, doesn't it, in this day and age? And 1 great, and 2, the second one on the way. And so I'm kind of a serial entertainer. I love opening the house and fixing great big meals for people, and Annie grew up that way. Her cooking is just, it's traditional, but it's got a wonderful twist to it. So I think you'll find, no matter what it is that you have, you just have this, you walk away and go, wow, that was great. Everything, she really cares about the details of presentation and, again, generous portions. But I think she just has a really wonderful flair, and people really respond to it.
Well, thank you so much for being with us this morning, Nancy. We wish you much success. For WHHI News, I'm Betsy McDaniel.